Welcome to the 112th episode of Lalitha Sahasranam Stotra, the ultimate cosmic energy source in the universe, providing unconditional nourishment from time immemorial, from the Mars world, that was the previous world, to all the way to the modern world on Earth, without diluting the contents, is the essence of Lalitha Sahasranam Stotra. Let us move on. We have witnessed so far Matsyavatara, Kurmavatara and Varahavatara after the formation of Earth. Next Nama is Brahma, keeta, janani. The living being having dimensions intermediate to microscopic and macroscopic, as well as lifetime intermediate to short and very long. These creatures entering onto planet Earth. With this Nama, the fourth incarnation of the Super Soul, also known as nrusimha Avatara, or hybrid form of human and lion forms originated onto planet Earth. For the first time after formation of the Earth, the lightning struck in the form of nrusimha Avatara. Dasa Maha vidya form known as Chinna Masta was initiated with this Nama. So a lot of things happened with this Nama. Brahma, keeta, janani. This is an extraordinary Nama and an extraordinary master stroke experiment by Vasinyadi rishis. Keetaka means insect. Brahma, keeta, janani means what? Akara indicates Brahma Grandhi. Even in English alphabets, A is the letter. It's indicative of Brahma Grandhi, which is the origin of birthplace for everything. Then Brahma keeta janani is an extension of A. So if A is Brahma Grandhi, Brahma, extension of A is what Brahma, or which extension of the life cycle, meaning all Brahmas that are intermediate between shortest and longest life cycles are being created. A is an extension of A, so that is beyond the Brahma Grandhi. So meaning insects that last less than a day, to mosquitoes, moths, honeybees, various animal species, various bird species, various plant species that were formed, various mountains, different riverbeds, the living beings of water like crocodiles, sharks, etc. were being created. The living beings of water element, earth element, fire element and air element, that is living beings that are limited to these physical elements, and combination of these elements, that means water, earth, fire, water, earth, water, so various combinations were also being created. So if we make a tabular form of lifetime of all these living beings on planet Earth, the creatures having lifetime intermediate to minimum and maximum were all being created with this Nama. What are the characteristics of an insect? Some insects seek shelter and hide away from sunlight, while some other insects come out in open with sunlight and they hide in the night, in the darkness. Similarly, among the physical five elements, sky element is one end, while the water element is at the other extreme. Between these two ends lies many manifestations of nature like lightning, thunder, rainbow, earthquakes, volcanoes, cyclonic effect, monsoon. Have so many things are there, and all these have formed with this nama abrahma keeta janani. Through this nama, the churning happened in nature. As a result of this churning, the intermediate forms to humans having spine vertical, operating in Uttarayana and Dakshinayana, turtles having spine parallel to the ground. So intermediate to all this, intermediate between these two, that means spine parallel, spine vertical, all been created. That means spine that are inclined, creatures having spine that are inclined, creatures that are not having any spine. So many forms have been created. So creatures that are making use of various combinations of the faculties are being originated. As part of this churning, the hybrid human lion form known as nrusimha, or fourth incarnation of super soul, and the Chinna Masta vidya also got originated. However, Nrusimha Swami did not form as a walking entity, as an entity that is alive. It is not a live entity. He was formed as a sculpture in the he was being sculpted. He was being formed as a murti, as a entity that is made out of rocks. So in that case, how did Hiranyakashipa was killed? How was he killed? So there is a hidden secret here in the formation of Nrusimha Swami, the origin of Nrusimha Swami, the origin of thunder and lightning, and the origin of Nrusimha Swami both happened simultaneously on this earth, on planet Earth. First time the lightning happened on Earth was coincided with the formation of Nrusimha Avatara, or incarnation of Nrusimha, that is the fourth incarnation of Super Soul. So therefore Hiranyakashipa was killed by lightning effects, not by Nrusimha. He was killed by lightning. So therefore Hiranyakashipa was succumbed to the body illusion effect, and through Prahlada, his son, he got trained in Chinna Masta vidya, and he perished because he was misusing the luxury of choice. He, as per the boon, the conditions laid out in the boon, he perished accordingly. That's how the origin of lightning and thunder happened. The thunder associated with lightning sculpted the rocks in the form of Nrusimha to signify his incarnation. That's what exactly happened. The thunderbolt chiseled the rocks in the form of Nrusimha. That's why most of these Nrusimha kshetras, or the temples, are on hilltops. And this is because the thunder that is associated with the lightning has shaped the rocks in the form of Nrusimha. So the thunder and lightning we experience even today are the aftershocks of this very first lightning and thunder that happened in Kruta Yuga. So that's why we say Srimat Payonidhi Niketana Chakrapane Bhogindra Bhogamani Rajita Punyamurte Yogi Sasasveta Saranya Bhavabdipota Lakshmi Nrusimha Mama Dehi Karavalambam Lakshmi Nrusimha Mama Dehi Karavalambam. Are there any evidences that lightning was the reason for origin of Nrusimha Avatara? Lightning was the reason for this formation of so many creatures. Recently, in nature communication, a journal known as Nature Communication, researchers in Yale University in US formulated that lightning was the reason for origin of life on planet Earth. They have published a paper, a research article that explains that lightning was the reason for formation of life on Earth, wherein they investigated that phosphorus was one of the ingredients in DNA formation, DNA and RNA formation, and phosphorus was a hidden form. It was existing in hidden form in minerals inside Earth crust. So how did this phosphorus come out of this rocks, these minerals, to promote life on Earth? And they proposed that it was triggered out of these minerals by lightning, and hence the formation of the life on Earth. And this was published in Nature Communication. So this exactly coincides with this analysis that was proposed here. So what is being covered in Lalitha Sahasranama is what scientists are also saying the same thing. So there is no controversy here. Prahlada was the first Bhagavata on this planet. He practiced Patanjali Yoga Sutra, that is Chittavrutti Nirodham Yogam. In order to protect Prahlada, the super soul descended in the form of hybrid insect called nrusimha, and that is what is brahma, keeta, janani. So remaining namas we will explore in the next episode. Thank you.